Adam, thank you. This morning, Governor Jay Inslee has activated the National Guard. This follows a weekend of protests across Washington after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis a week ago. So last night in Bellevue, peaceful protests turned violent as people shattered storefronts, assaulted officers and bystanders as well.
In Tukwila, officers made arrests after they say a few small groups caused some damage and looted a number of stores in the South Center area. And Saturday night in Seattle, dozens of businesses now recovering after a largely peaceful protest turned violent as well, destroying parts of downtown Seattle, burning police cars and leaving dozens of businesses damaged and looted.
Back to Bellevue, some businesses there will begin cleaning up this morning after protesters moved through that city well into the night, causing some pretty major damage. Q13's Omar Lewis live there all morning long. Omar, bring us up to speed on what's happening now.
Travis, I can tell you that Bellevue Square Mall here, where we're located this morning, was basically ransacked by those looters. You can see the aftermath here behind us, the broken glass still on the ground. They are putting up plywood here at this cheesecake factory. They arrived here earlier this morning just to make sure that this store was secure. But taking a look here over to our left, if we can pan over, you can still see that glass. These people made their way into this mall, just busting right through the glass to get inside. And this is the cleanup that is now underway. We can also just show you moments ago, dozens of members of the National Guard deploying here to Bellevue this morning, walking inside of Bellevue Square Mall, where again, those looters just had their way inside, stealing items, smashing glass. And as you can see, those National Guardsmen arriving here in Bellevue to assess this situation and get everything secured. We can also take you to another piece of video as those looters made their way inside a local jewelry store, a family-run store here in Bellevue Way. Actually, they smashed their way inside of there, stealing their jewelry items. And we talked to that business owner who said he was absolutely shocked to see that happening. We can take you and tell you this morning that protesters started off peaceful out here, kneeling in the streets, trying to get their message heard. The police chief of Bellevue actually talking to those protesters and having a moment with them. Take a listen.
I will tell you this, since I've been chief, I had a white police officer refer to a subordinate officer in a racial slur. What did I do? I fired him. I fired him because it does not reflect the values of this police department.
So as you heard there, the police chief sending his message that he is with those protesters, however, against the looting, of course. We can also tell you that several officers were injured, those injuries non-life threatening, of course, luckily back out here at Bellevue Square Mall. Those National Guardsmen still inside, some of them at this point, again, assessing the damage and trying to secure this mall here for later today. That's the latest here live this morning in Bellevue. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Omar, thank you. We will check back with you. Meantime, let's check in with John Hopperstad live in Tukwila near South Center Mall, where police made a number of arrests. John.
Yeah, Bill, and I don't know if you can hear these alarms going off right now, but this is what you're hearing all around the South Center area right now because of what looters did here, breaking into these businesses. You can see they busted through the window here and the door. This is a glass business, optical business, but it was all of these businesses here across the street from South Center that got hit last night by looters. 9 arrests so far. Police still looking for suspects this morning. They tell us this was organized on social media to come here, loot, wreak havoc, and the target was South Center Mall, but police pushed them back and they turned on the stores around the mall. We're right across the street right here. Nearly every window broken, and you can see the damage done. The alarms still going off here. Not all of these are chain stores. You're looking at the beauty supply store. This is owned by a local couple, and they shared surveillance video with us, and you can see several looters coming in with bags and loading up on merchandise. Store owner says it looked like the looters having a party, but this is of course devastating to them. Now the building manager out here earlier trying to clean this up as well. He says just the damage to the outside of this strip mall is more than $20,000.
It's heartbreaking because there's a message that needs to be sent, and this is not it.
Now, across the parking lot here, looters also went into the Target, pulling out all kinds of merchandise there, including computers, 65-inch televisions. There are crews over there cleaning up right now as well. The good news, no injuries. Several roads were shut down in this area. They've been opened up now that the curfew has ended at 6 o'clock. No word, though, if there'll be another curfew tonight. But at this point this morning, while they look for some of those suspects, it's all about cleaning up the mess left behind, guys.
John, thanks. Meantime, downtown Seattle.